Hello, Lava Luku. Wahoo indeed. Ah! That's annoying. Hey, Paradise Rob. Ah.
He's clean, damn.
Why'd you have to say that? Why'd you have to say that? Why did you have to say that?
Sorry. Don't kill me.
Oh. I would never commit murder on stream.
I dang you for that, bro. Be careful.
Huh? What? This is a strictly true statements.
Sure, that could be awesome. Don't clip it and edit out the first one. Or edit out the middle one.
Editing out the middle, like. Okay, yeah. Don't do that. Okay. Yeah. What does the live mean to two people have said this? What this? Okay. We got level 228. Sheesh. Pace. Oh. Okay. Whatever. Wait. Is that a Wait, that's actually not pace, but that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Is this her like post Mega Masters hangover? Is this double kill screen? That is a crazy statement. Ah, I may have cooked myself by playing speed. Yes. Thoughts on that move? For all the heptas in chats. Oops. That's strictly worse. Come on. Oh! Oh my god, wait, my fingers are actually cooked. This is what I get. Dude, it's like it is the day before mass. No, I gotta practice raw. Alright, so chat. Here is the situation. Here's the sitch. I, for the first time in what feels like a year, have switched out my pads. I have replaced them with the new Mortos. They're not that new, because I received them, the beginning of the school year. They've just been sitting doing nothing. Ah. The same that I got last year, exactly, yeah. So I shouldn't run out of them anytime soon, which is nice. But yeah. So in putting these in, I decided to take a risk and try something that I hadn't in a long time. Alright, my last set of pads. My last set of pads were OEMs, like the sort of translucent ones that I got from ICX. And I really wanted them to be nice, so I went ahead and I made the two cuts on the side that everyone finds so fashionable. And I stuck with that, and I noticed, wow, this feels like immediately better. That's interesting. And I stuck with those for pretty much an entire year. And we all know how that year has been. For me. Not exactly the most outstanding results. Particularly compared to the start of 2024. So, what I realized when I was taking the old pads out was that I think the cuts that I made were actually making everything worse. Right, basically, it was making it way easier for, like, one half of the pad to, like, sort of be pressed, but the other half to not be, and was what I believed was causing some of my inconsistent inputs. So, for this set, which again are Mortoffs, I decided to try something that is essentially just going back to my roots. Where I would make very minimal adjustments to the pads. So basically, I just took like a safety pin and like just poked holes sort of around the circumference. I did not make any cuts. And just leave it at that. So now, the thing is, Mortoffs are known to be particularly stiff. Alright, this is sort of why, like, I need to do a lot of practice with them right now. I need to break them in. Alright, so the downside of not doing the whole cutting thing was that I'd have to take longer to break them in because I need to essentially be, like, weakening them more than I would normal pads. But for the past few days, I have been doing some practice. And something has become clear to me. It was never my hands. Were not the problem. Alright, I never had a stamina problem. Which is what I thought. Alright. I never actually got hurt. Which I know, but it's still like one of the misconceptions about me that persists. Alright, I just made some choices that caused me to play worse. And didn't know how to explain them. This controller already feels incredibly consistent right now. Alright, I do need to put in... It does feel like I need to put in like a bit more effort than normal. Oh my god. To normal just to get them to move. But it's not something that's like impossible for me to do if my hand gets tired, which had been happening before. I remember saying what last year? Exact same sentiments? That it wasn't the controller, or that like everything was fixed? I've definitely said everything's fixed. More consistent, but requires more effort. Yeah. No, but the thing is, I thought that like this had stopped working for me because I had this thing where like I would start rolling and that would be great, and then as the session continued, the rolling would get worse and worse, or just like less consistent without me doing anything. That is not happening right now. It's really weird. I thought I had a problem where my controller was like sticking too much to my knee and therefore creating like more friction that would make it harder to move, and that should be like affecting things even more than normal now, but it's not. Like, you have to understand that it pains my soul to say this, but I might have been having controller issues. Yeah. Okay, today might be an exception because I played several hours of quite literally the fastest taiko of my life. And I think the muscles used like taiko versus Tetris are mostly separates, but I am definitely feeling a bit of a burn. Ooh. A lot of the pads are like the kind of internal to the controller that like sort of are the things that are pressed behind the scenes. Yeah. Are you talking about Mega Masters? Did I switch pads in Mega Masters? Wait, there's no way I would have done that, right? That is fucking stupid. Am I stupid? You know a conversation is peak when both sides ask the same question. But yeah, I don't know. It's I have based too much on like circumstantial evidence in my career that has cost me effectively years of potential progress. Can you imagine? What am I going for this stream? I have hard Mega Masters matches in the tomorrow, so I'm trying to get into shape for that. So the tricky part is I need to do that while not murdering my hands. Oh, I can definitely feel a burn. Burn is good. Burn is good. Pain is not.
Murdering anything else soon.
I'll murder your hand. I mean, you have very nice hands. That are great at like clicking and like clicking and I don't know. You can time them very precisely. You can cause two bombs to fall on you at the exact same time.
My hand is much.
Uh, might be the least productive. But it forces me to play slow. It forces me to play slow. Slower gravities, right? And slower gravities are good because I don't need to worry about like the timing of rolls at all. I just need to play them. Oh my god. Thank you for the raid. Also, hi, Noah. It's like with 19. So with 19, I don't have to worry about timing, so I can focus just purely on the spacing and actually like making sure each input is registered. And with no burns, I force myself to think about adjustments, so... Ooh. How's it going? Oh, was Vandy streaming, was he streaming Nord? Or no, this is a classic Tetris, this is a classic Tetris raid. Never mind. Oh, is classic Tetris streaming Nord? Wait, twitch.tv/classic Tetris/videos. Oh, we're with, okay. Why am I confused? Whatever. We were not streaming Nord. Okay. Very well. Monthly Tetris was the... Oh, okay, I see. So Monthly Tetris was streaming Norg, but I didn't get the raid from Monthly Tetris. I got the raid from Classic Tetris, who was streaming Bird Friendlies, like they always do. Cool. The Norg revolution will not be stopped. I will personally ensure it. Man, I was so close to being the one to invent the term too, to coin the term. Lucy posted it like 10 messages before I did, and I didn't realize at the time. I coined it, but Norg. I like mines. Ah. Ooh. Okay, yeah. I will not play Taiko tomorrow. I will not play Taiko. I will, however, play 29 right now. Give the people... And I'll give the people a little what they want. Anpu asks what if Gerald was lying. I don't think that has to be a hypothetical. That man will say anything he wants to achieve his ambitions. Oh, have you ever wanted to stack Goodly? I love that so much. But I think I can stack good. But stacking Goodly, that's an entirely different burrito. Somebody asked, do I think I've gotten worse at rolling this year? And the answer to that is pretty firmly no, but not for the reason you think. Like, I've gotten better by, like, pure virtue that I started at rock bottom. I did not coin Norg. Norg has been in our hearts since the beginning. How could I hope to assert ownership over it? I was unaware of the visionaries that came before me, and really that is my flaw, because what great discovery has not been the consequence? Those that came before. However, I do think there needs to be a commercial for it where the catchphrase is, it's Norg or nothing. If that ever happens, I will be more than glad to claim ownership over that idea. Huh? Huh? Ah. Okay. We take a break. Build the website, man? What are you talking about? The next Tetris website for players who can't stack good and want to learn how to do other stuff good too. Thank you, Reed. Thank you, Reed. You are my hero. The label maker, yeah. No, I left it on because it's actually useful. I've been going off the bump on the back for too long, and it's gotten generously close to being loose. Yeah, it's still a memes too. Am I a Zoolander fan too? I heard my dad talk about it for like months before he showed me the movie. It is fun. I have not seen the sequel. I don't know if I want to see the sequel. Zempro, I think I was explaining Zoolander to Zempro the other day actually when he came to visit. I don't remember why. Yes, yeah, no, we did. Was it like Will Ferrell movies or something? Woo! Yeah, no, okay, yeah, my dad originally showed me Zoolander because he wanted to show me the School for Ants scene. So that was my first impression of it. It was quite a good impression, I'd say. About the face turning... Yeah, probably. What is this? A school for ants? A school for ants? The actual products will need to be at least 3 times as large. Oh, Ben Stiller's in Severance? That's sick. That's another show that my parents keep telling me to watch. Oh, it was livable. Directed a bunch. Okay, I see. Step over hot lava rocks or get it perfect clear. Wait, how long am I able to step over them? If I'm just like sprinting, then I think it would be chill, right? Have I watched The Office? I watched the first season. And I've watched like compilation, like clips on YouTube. Seinfeld, I might have seen an episode of it. I just know of it from osmosis. I missed the little millennial cutoff reel. I think probably the most OG show that I watched was the Star Wars the Clone Wars animated series. At least the only one that I can remember. fine with possibility. God, I'm missing so much chat. This is why I don't like playing Kill Screen. I'll try and catch up once this game ends. That was awful. That was also something. Okay. Binge Seinfeld, dude, you will thank me. I invented it. It's not you. It's the fractal of Tetris. Gasp. Is my earliest max 29? I still, yeah. I mean, it's also like that's also that's actually fucking ridiculous. Okay, let's fix that. For all the people who joke about top player privilege, you're picking the wrong targets. 165, I think, is the recorded one. Where does the phrase "exhaled his last" come from? Is that just like generic purple prose, or like I feel like I'm thinking of like a specific piece of media where that is. Really, this is how it ends. Oh wait, do I have to? Oh wait, what? And here we the best. Why must there be a best? What is it about the human condition that demands absolutes? Okay, I need a break. I need a break. Damn, this hand is This hand is going. Oh man. Oh man, I need to like not troll tomorrow. Actually. Whew. Okay, to be clear, this is a good burn. This is not a Tetris injury by any means. All right, I have just been going a little hard, and when I take a break, it'll be better the next day. It's much. Yeah, okay. Okay, so for those of you interested in playing Taiko, one trick that is important is that the amounts, if you are like, whenever you switch between what finger you're pressing on a hand, if you go like this, like exaggerated, then you are wasting energy. Alright, it takes more control to like move them more minute amounts, but you're able to play so much faster, and this is, I think, what's I've been improving at recently. This will make sense to not Zempro and nobody else. I don't know if it'll even make sense. Oh. Okay, I want to rechat. We're playing 18. Improve at melee. Ah. In another universe, maybe melee. It just seems like too much. Is this is this the one that like Liz? Wait, was it a good adjustment or a bad adjustment? I genuinely cannot remember. Move the S all the way to the left. I tried a 180 spin that. That would have worked in Coltrus. Dude, if Ansel could make a consecutive Tetris mode on Norg, I would never play anything else. All right, I think it fits very much in line with the Prince with the stacking oriented puzzles that he has. Ah, James Netris. Ansel is a community member who has created a very cool website. Oh, I see what Gerald means. That is way easier. Oh, we should be calling him Primer. Is he? Does he prefer Primer now? Oh, yeah, I guess I guess he changed his Twitch as well. Primer. Okay. That will take time to adjust. So I only promise to try. Oof. Ooh. Ah. Only yesterday. Okay, that was actually quite good. I saw the Oh! Oh! Okay. The world is ending. I actually did a 5 below. What do you mean not a fan? That was good! I mean, it's like a shit adjustment, but like that in that situation, it works. Oh, I know what I should have done. Okay. Oops. I can't wait for like the new gen of there will be this like new gen of stackers that it will have been raised on Nord. And then when they start playing actual Tetris, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm great at stacking. I got my 3300 rating on Nord puzzles." And then they'll make the most cursed moves in the name of like stack health or whatever. And we'll get to call it Nord Grainrod, and it will be wow. I thought so too, Andrew. I kind of want to see it. Whimsy and yearning. That is perhaps the most interesting combination of words I have seen in quite some time. I have no clue what it means, but it is still profound. Nice. Ah. What was I thinking? But it's right in my heart of hearts, you know. That feels like something Zane. Oh, by the way, was Zane? How far did Zane get with his challenge? Did he get close to Bowser Jam? He beat it? Holy shit! Oh my god, he's the goat! Shall ya? That is a crazy grind. I saw him. I was watching and like he like barely had made Master 1. People in chat were doubting. Okay, for context, Zane is currently the best Smash Bros. Melee player on the planet. And he set this challenge where, like, on the Melee online ladder, he would grind every single character to Grandmaster. All right, and like the thing that you have to know about this about Melee is that only about like 50% of the characters are considered viable, and the rest are considered like to like dog shits. So he gave himself until like the end of the ranked season to do it, and he had one character left, which was Bowser. But Bowser's like bottom like 2 or 3 or something, like something really atrocious, and he was grinding for like since like the 8 hours before the time was up, and he was by this time like hundreds of like over 100 points away. I think Ganon is like the least viable. Yeah, but enough people play him that like there's something at least. 5 rule tips. Don't be afraid to like ditch one of your rolling fingers. Leo with that. All the best players do this. ICX did it. They won a championship. I did it. I won a championship. Doug and Andy started doing it. Oh, you mean in terms of viability? I see. Scooty still does it. I'm not sure about Scooty. Scooty can learn any technique, so I wouldn't like. I consider like what we do like different from like just like purely 6-tapping everything. Yeah. Yeah. There's no way you actually read Fireball Read. I will refuse to believe that. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? We are kind of just vibing right now. I'm trying to make sure that like the rolling doesn't start feeling like extremely inconsistent, and so far it has not. Despite factors which normally mean that it's doomed. So I do think switching pads is gonna pay off really well. You unironically read that. Why, man? Why? It is a useless fucking technique. It is worse than like slow tapping that like people consider to be legal. Okay, that was a little bad. I'm gonna blame that on hand fatigue. Surely. Oh, I hit that. There has been so much talk of murder this stream. Most of it has been my fault. Fuck. I am going... What? Wait, so murder was not on the ban list, but kill was? Okay, homicide seems fine. Mod bypasses any word. Oh wait, that's right. I should mod friends. Yeah, because Zempro just added it to the allow list. So was a balcony involved? Shut the fuck up. That's actually a crazy reference. Nobody else is gonna understand it. And nobody else will. I haven't thought about that series in years. Oh, what the fuck? Hi, Chris. No, the rest of y'all have like no physical way of like knowing where that comes from, and I intend to keep it that way. We should follow the example of COVID-19. No, actually, no. That's wait. I might get banned for that. Some things I meant to say like some inside jokes should just stay inside, and then it turned into like, oh, staying inside joke. Oh, pandemic. Blah. You used to be able to. I think I wonder they've probably softened it by now because we've been pandemic less for a while. Dun, 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 dun. Ah. Okay, we need a break. I never played GD. Or like never to the extent that like you're probably hoping. My hardest level was like freaking theory of everything. If you want the GD player, you want to hit up the Tetris Alex T stream. Okay. What are your what are your what? Huh? Okay. Yes, I was aware. I'm just processing it. I was counting to 1,000,000. Okay. Good luck. That's a very big number. I don't think I could count that high if I had tried. One body at a time. Minecraft. Ha! I have only ever lived in one body, so I will say one. Unless there's like there's that like philosophical argument where like every time you shed your skin you become a new person, so in which case Estimathon. Okay, so murder was blacklisted. I see. Wrong way. Everybody's dead. I no clue what's going on. Here, you know what? Let's make this an actual game. I want to see how well I can play on kill screen if I'm not like doing it constantly. That means I will burn. I promise. That's actually fine. That is quite bad. I may regret this. Do as thou wilt. Pop quiz, does anybody know where I got do as thou wilt from? I want to see if there are any cultured people. Minecraft movie 100%. I wish. I still haven't seen the Minecraft movie. I really want to. Not One Piece. Do as thou wilt. It means something very different in the original context. There you go. I knew one of y'all would be cultured. Not Persona. Reed got it. Reed got it.
Not extremely new, so I guess often likely that's impressive, but the Manifest been a couple of days. People have actually gotten a lot of time to review. It's very new.
The Assassin's finale oh wait, what?
Getting it happened on new.
What happened? How do they do it?
This not I mean because people have to follow it. Fine. I'm fine by me. A lot of people say talking about you can talk to them from different servers. Funny find it.
Of course, Ian would win Dress to Impress. Fucking course. So does that mean that Brian wins overall because he won more games?
Yeah. You know what I would say. Yeah.
Then Brian's.
What's it? I can is there a chat word on this server? Me? What's the
Oh, okay, I see. The Dress to Impress. Man, I kind of wish I saw this. Oh my god, it's meme of all time. I heard that you had an excellent run. Surely. Surely it would give me a T. No, that was your friend. Did you know that Jinx was invented by John Jinx? Android does not. It's like rotated from what should work.
did you know anesthesia was invented by
Anesthesia?
well, yeah.
Annabelle Stesia?
Wait, wasn't this one of the found in
No, definitely not.
okay, so something else.
The only one that I remember. Oh, well, Weed Cats. Weed Cats.
Weekend?
Weed Cats.
Let's go.
Let's go! Hijinks is pretty good. Is that a hot take? I thought that was accepted, and like the issue was like whether like the end, whether like his method for like obtaining power like justified. Oh wait, hello, how's it going? Tell my parents I miss them dearly. Oh, does that mean you're coming to Dallas actually? Ooh. Oh, that's right, you were. They were talking about setting up my room. Oh, they're coming. Okay. Man, the early. Are people here familiar with like the image of like Ralsei from Deltarune smoking a blunt? Early Deltarune Chapter 2 memes are. I love them so much. And we got Chapter 3 just around the corner. Have a good night. Thank you. You too.
I realized yesterday that chapter 2 dropped like around the first week of us being good.
Yes! Yeah, no, I told you this.
Yeah, and chapter 3 is dropping
The week that we.
first of nothing. I forgot to.
Don't do this to me, man.
We do live in a society.
You might, I don't.
What do you live in?
Huh? A room?
What?
Ah. Dude, what is it today? Okay. Floor mode. Okay, I can take breaks in between. Okay, not bad. Inside my... I went to the doctor's. But when they looked inside, all they found was a small glass of water. When I met Jesus Christ, I wanted to tell him how cool his shoes were. I have had radishes. I just didn't have any right now. Hug the penguin. Thanks. Go. Oop. I haven't gotten the perfect clear. Like, even if I get my board really flat, there's always like the 6 rows at the bottom. I haven't figured out how to get rid of them yet. Doctors and Vago. Yeah, my hands might be cooked. For tonight, at least. Want to emphasize that I am not feeling pain. Beautiful. Okay, that was actually kind of nice. Thoughts on Conway's game of life? You want to be asking Biggie Mac on that. She is close with like the Conway game of life community. She knows all about their exploits and adventures. Just cat. Listen to me. Just do it again. Surely this will not be a challenge that coordinates. They already did it a second time? Yeah, but like, evidently it disappeared, so do it again! And like, remember to get the screenshot. Why are 5 taps so hard? Oh, understands. Roll the other way, do thumb first. That would not solve any problems. Dude, I'm gonna play 2 matches tomorrow. Is a bit unfortunate. How? Singaporean Cuban coffee. Selfa is unironically my favorite player. Good choice. Oh my god, my fingers are failing. Okay. Utaru Hikaru, my goats. I was actually never that big a fan of dunking twice, honestly. Maybe if I listened to it now, it would change, but didn't hit as hard as the other ones. Oh, cubic U. Respect. Oh my god! Why? Why must you do this? I'm happy to go. I have never gotten Tetris. You are not up in the mornings. Alex and Scooty did have one. At least Tommy had one in transition in an actual game. Here, let's see what happens if I try. Trying to late. No! Okay. I won 4, I got 6. That's better. I still have second place DKS lines, right? Mine's either 15 or 17. Does anybody else have higher? It would be Scooty, if anyone. But even so, that would be on third, which is still very funny. That's... Okay, this is a waste of time. So what? Really dry, yeah. Sorry, I'll mask up next time so you don't get dreams. Make sure you get your screenshot this time. Okay. Yeah. I'm not improving at this point anymore. Let's clear 29-3 and then be done. Okay, we're done. Ah. Whew. Good workout. It used to be hard. It used to be really hard. I still remember very clearly my first 29-3. It was like shortly after school had started, college when I was a freshman. It felt like one of the most horrible sessions of my life because I was like, okay, I need to get this, and it went like 6 lines away, 6 lines away, 4 lines away, 4 lines away, 2 lines away, 2 lines away, 1 line away. Numbers approximates, but feeling the same. And I don't know. In the world of Tetris, I am genuinely curious. Would you call me a choker? You being the general Twitch or YouTube chat or whatever. All right, is that like a significant aspect of my gameplay? One that is remembered. I see people universally saying no. But peroxide brings up the point I want to talk about. I think it's interesting. It makes sense that like I'm the one who remembers all the stuff that gets swept under the rug because I'm the only one who's lived through all of them. But I have a lot of second places. Like a lot of like bad second places too. A lot of near misses. And can recall them more accurately than I can remember most things. Even the successful runs, like one of the things I remember most about the Genesis that I won was that I immediately topped out of my control as soon as the match was over. I'd wanted to keep going too. There is just something that I have not been able to control when it comes to like putting forth my best efforts in matches. And I think it is better than most in the case where like I don't slip up more often than most people, but in the cases where I do, it's really egregious. No, that's the other thing. Like you could name people who have worse things than me, but I don't know. Do you have to like be like the person who has choked the most in his all of history to like be considered a choker? Like to me, that feels the same as that saying that you have to be considered like the best, as arguing like you have to be like the best Tetris player in all of history in order to be considered good at Tetris. So Reed, you say you see me as one of the more consistent players. How does this contrast with like the fact that I take more breaks than any other top player, or that like the fact that like my peaks have been like so striking compared to like the rest of my activity, and it happened at like very different times. I'm just saying you have to choke a lot to be considered a choker. Yeah, but the lots is like subjective. Yeah, but maybe consider I play less because I feel worse. So I'm not putting myself up there. It's like the whole like Armada arguments. Gerald's brought this up at least one point at some points. I didn't understand it back then. The subjectivity goes both ways. Okay, that's fair. Gerald unironically won. Oh, are you an Armada defender? Let's go. Yeah. 2022, 23, 24 had big peaks and valleys. Yeah, and to that for me, I feel like that is like the definition of inconsistency. But the narrative is almost always the complete opposites. It's just like it's just a different type. It's not a switch that is like constantly flickering. It's just one that is high and then low. I'm just kind of just like spitballing right now because like the more that I talk, the more healing energy I can send to my arms, and that means that I'll be better refreshed for tomorrow. I just play my match. You do more side quests than a lot of the other players. That is demonstrably false.
Also,
Huh?
also,
I'm just kind of yeah. Grinded to notable #1 spots from Europe with less resources. Yeah. Wait, what do I do like I play Das and I go for perfect and that's like it. Like sure, like I might like have like a slightly different roster, but it like has not changed and do you just see the skill spec and then set that as a permanent standard? No, I mean I just see it as like evidence that like I am not a consistent player. The 23 and 24 peaks were basically the same. There was like one slip up in the middle. I think that could be written off as RNG. My school is extremely public information. I am pretty sure it is on my Wikipedia page. Dude, I keep getting the inside of my shoes like on my socks, and it's kind of getting annoying. Because the inside of my shoe, but like I'm still going to school. I will get new shoes the moment I go home. That is like a month away. I can still walk in them. My shoes do not shed.
you know your shoes are not the problem. It's the headphone.
Don't talk about my headphones. Give in to capitalism. Sprinkles cry. Did I spend that 10K? Why do you think I've been going to so many events, man? You don't want that. This is your fault. Dribble is crazy. Do you remember what the phrase was? That's wow. Okay. Was he just talking about his work or? Oh, okay, it's fine. He was talking about Independence Day. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. Wow, that feels so easy. This looks fine right now. I was doomed. Sweeping insensitivity. What? What? Okay. Uploading a virus to the game. I mean, I need to verify. How? That's ridiculous. Okay. Yeah. Things that will trigger certain members of chats for 300. I kind of want to play Osu now. Dude, I think I will do digital offline again on like Wednesday or something. That is like objectively a horrible idea. But like at the same time, I'm not dropping accuracy on that shit. After I win, maybe. Like it's actually ridiculous how much more comfortable I feel on laser. Oh, that's not good. Ooh. Do our hand stretches. Do our hand stretches. Is it weird that I'm not feeling stressed about tomorrow?
I have enough sleep for what's small.
Huh? I can sleep in bed. Like, I need to.
Fine, fine.
Yeah, tonight. Yeah, I should probably go to bed soon. Sure. Well, I mean, I'm probably gonna lose. I just don't feel worried about it. So, two matches is tough. I can usually recover enough in a. I can make you feel worried. I don't think you can. All right, I don't think there's anything that you could say. You can close the tab in real life too. Just leave. Walk away. One of my favorite strategies. Just slap him. Yes, I am a known. I am a known slapper. Wow. Okay. I didn't say what I slapped. What happened to your music taste is pretty wild. Hmm. Okay, can I just play gas or something? What's the point of being a streamer if you can't play God? Okay, I'm done. That's definitely wall. I might have actually entered the wall. Who's live? Who do we raid? There is Shen, there is Harry, then there is Carney Jared, there's BTMZ.
Of course.
We're raiding BTMZ.
No way. Aim Slav compilation.
It's like songs compilation. Okay. Goodbye.